Hello, good afternoon, everybody. I think you are getting my voice. North Maharashtra University Teachers Association was established in 1910, and from that onward, the organization has conducted so many teacher-friendly and student-friendly activities. N-Mukta is affiliated to the All India organization whose motto is राष्ट्र के शिक्षा में हित, शिक्षा के हित में शिक्षक, शिक्षक के हित में समाज. And with this motto in mind, the North Maharashtra University College Teachers Association has organized a 5-day webinar commencing from today. In the 5 days, various topics are proposed. The first topic is, that is today, the topic is teacher and social responsibility. Teacher is a part of society, and in that view, the topic is teacher and social responsibility. The second topic, post-COVID academic scenario, and the topic will be discussed by Dr. Prashant Potgire, IIT Indore. The third topic is hygienic and awareness in COVID-19 pandemic by the physician Dr. Anand Patil. He is a practitioner of Ayurveda. Then opportunities and new technologies for teacher by Mr. Pramod Pawar. Awareness of MOOCs in current scenario by Dr. Yogesh Patil. These are the topics that will be discussed in the 5 days webinar. In this webinar, I welcome all the dignitaries who are present here. I welcome Professor J.P. Singhal, formerly Vice Chancellor, Rajasthan University. Then Dr. J.B. Naik, who is Director of University Institute for Chemical Technology, Kaviyatri Bahinabai Chaudhary, North Maharashtra University, Jalgaon. He is also Management Council member of the university. I also need to mention the names of Professor Nitin Bari, who is President of N-Mukta, and he is also convener of today's webinar. Dr. Chandrasekhar Vani, Organizing Secretary. Dr. A.Y. Badguzar, Secretary N-Mukta, and Dr. Dinesh Bhakkad, SPDM College, Shirpur. These are the people who have tried their level best to organize this 5-day webinar. After this brief introduction, I request Professor J.P. Singhal sir, formerly Vice Chancellor, Rajasthan University, to inaugurate this 5-day webinar. Professor J.P. Singhal sir.
Yes, please. Thank you very much, my dear friends. I, on behalf welcome you all, and President Nitin Bari, North Maharashtra University and College Teachers Association, General Secretary A.Y. Badguzar, Organizing Secretary Chandrasekhar D. Vani, Co-organizing Secretary Dinesh Bhakkad, all the dignitaries attending and participating this seminar, my dear friends, fellow colleagues. It's a great pleasure for me to be with you and to share some thoughts about the kind of the seminar you are going to organize. I'm very happy and delighted to see that you are organizing several kind of the seminars on several subjects, very much pertaining to society, the nation, the students, and the teaching community. As you have already explained, the basic motto of Akhil Bharatiya Rashtriya Shikshak Mahasangh is राष्ट्र के हित में शिक्षा, शिक्षा के हित में शिक्षक, शिक्षक के हित में समाज. Thereby we mean that we do not only talk about the teachers and teachers' problems and their solutions, but at the same time, we are much more concerned about the education which we are imparting to the students, the policies regarding education, as well as the students and the society. And that is why I congratulate you for the very good subjects you have taken for consideration in several days about this particular seminar. I'll be speaking few words because I'm told that I'll be inaugurating it by saying something and saying few words, because I have just came to know that today's subtopic, the teacher and social responsibility. Teacher is very much a part of the society, and being a part of society, he cannot be think in isolation. We cannot thought of a teacher in isolation. He has to think about the society, and because of this reason, there are the various stakeholders who are related with the education. Teacher is one of them, student is there, the society is there, government is there. There are so many institutions who are also there. They all make a kind of the thing by which we will be talking and thinking about education as such. And this is the reason when we say teacher, then what I believe, to which we all be just speaking few things to you, that the first and the foremost responsibility of the teacher is towards the students. And basically in the COVID era, or in this COVID-19 crisis, this responsibility has increased tremendously. If we look for the students in these days, they are much more in problems. They are having numerous kinds of the problems in their mind. Some are worried about their examinations, some are worried about their results, some are worried about their careers, some are very much worried about what is going to take place in time to come, what will be the result, how many days this COVID-19 crisis will continue. Such are the problems the students are facing, and we teachers are having the responsibility to see that each student is very much feeling very well. He's very happy. He's very much satisfied. The problems which he's facing, we are going to solve them. The kind of the crisis which they are having in their mind, we are trying to do away with that. The very basically the will or desire they have just lost. They have lost the desire to work. They have lost the will to work. We have to create a sense in them so that we are trying to create a will to work or a desire to work so that we can try to manifest what exactly we have in our mind. And this is the reason. But I say the biggest challenge in these days before the teacher age, how we can solve the problems of the various problems of the students. And now with this kind of the challenge has become much more important, because now you are not meeting with the student face to face. Now you are not having the classroom teaching. So you are not coming across with the teachers, coming with the students, and thereby not solving their problem. In such a situation, the problem increases is manifold. The challenge is increasing, increase is manifold, and that has increased by one more important thing which has taken place in recent days. There is a reverse migration of the students from urban areas to rural areas. There is a reverse migration. Formerly, the students are migrating from rural areas to urban areas. Now the students are migrating from urban areas to the rural areas, to the areas to which they really belong. And this is why this challenge has increased tremendously. And because of this reason, we have to think in this direction, how we can meet this challenge, how we can try to meet the demands of the students, how we can try to solve the problems of this. And for that, what we need is to become a facilitator to the students. We need to become a counselor to the students. We need to become a guide to the students. And if you are trying to facilitate the students, trying to guide the students in the right direction, perhaps their problems which they are facing could be overcome to a great extent. What is happening in this crisis, what we have to facilitate, that this crisis is transformed into the opportunity. This is a crisis, but we should try to facilitate the student in such a manner so this crisis is converted or transformed into the opportunity. You can do that. You can try to know the various needs and the desires of the students, where they are staying, where they are living, other than the education, other than the examination, other than the result. They have certain kind of time with them, left with them, which you can use to just convert this crisis into the opportunity. Maybe there are certain opportunities which they have at the local level. They might not be having at the level where they were reading at the in the past. Now they have changed the places. Now they might have reached to the rural areas. We may have some kind of the opportunities there. So we have to facilitate them, tell them that there are the various government plans which they can use for the betterment of this local area. They can try to start some new ventures. They can become entrepreneur. The students can become entrepreneur because there are several kind of the plans of the government which the students are not aware. You as a teacher, as a facilitator, facilitate them by making them known that these are the schemes, these are the things which you can try to adopt, by which you can try to become an entrepreneur on the basis of the requirements of this particular area. We are having several requirements of a particular place. Now we have to change the habits. Now we have to self-reliant. And if we have to self-reliant, then we have to do several things on its own. And for that, you can try to facilitate your students for this kind of the purpose. The another kind of the facility you can provide is for the development of the various skills. There are numerous skills. Maybe not only the digital skills or information skills, but there are various soft skills, maybe the communication skills, maybe the reading skills, maybe the writing skills, maybe the communicating skills. There are so many skills and soft skills which they are not very much conversant, maybe they are not very intelligent, maybe they are not updated, not up to date to these skills. So you can facilitate them by providing them the direction, provide them the guidance that these are the ways by which they can try to learn new skills, the skills which they were not very much conversant so far. The skills which are very important in time to come, because the time has come now to think about the future. What will be the shape and size and the quality of the future jobs? You don't know. If we don't know, then you can't do anything. So we have to foresee. We have to foresee the future. What will be the future jobs? How we will be trying to make our students very much employable to the new jobs, very much fit into the new jobs which are coming in time to come. Maybe jobs which we are having traditionally are no more there. So the new jobs are coming. New jobs are coming, new type of jobs are coming, new skills they will require, new set of skills they will require. You as a teacher can foresee the future very well, and you can facilitate, you can guide the students, you can guide the student by doing this kind of a thing. These are the new things which you try to try to understand, so that you can try to do something by which the kind of the thing can be created in them. This is very important. In these days, in this COVID-19 scenario, we can do some, you can say, extra work. We can take extra pain in this direction. And through digital technology, through, as you are having today, the seminar, there are several digital technology with which you can try to reach to the students and can try to create that kind of the bill in them, so that they are trying to understand that kind of things. And for that, what is important? There are the two things which are important. One thing is the teacher himself. The teacher must be very much having that kind of the skill. And if they are not having that skill, they must also try to understand it. Maybe some of my colleagues, some of my friends participating in these seminars may not be conversant with the latest kind of the technologies or digital technologies or certain kind of the new technological developments. We have to think in this direction whether we need to build these capacities and capabilities in ourselves first. And by doing that, you will be adding to your values. You will be adding to your requirement. You will be adding to your reputation. And if you, as a teacher, is trying to build that capacity, trying to become that compatible, trying to become that kind of the things, then you can try to meet this challenge very easily. So first you prepare yourself, and after preparing yourself, after having that all that capacities and competencies, you can try to transmit and transform these capacities in them. And for that, 2-3 things are very much important. You have to educate them, you have to inspire them, and you have to encourage them. You educate them, you inspire them. You may educate them, but until unless they are inspired for doing something, that will nothing be take place. And if they are inspired, you have to encourage them. You have to encourage them so that that kind of the things can be created in their mind, that yes, I am to do it. Because there are the 3 types of the person. There are people who says that I can't do that. There are people who say I can do that. And there are the people who say, I'll do that. So we want to make our student of 3rd category, where they are very much having that kind of the encouragement in their mind, that kind of the motivation in that kind of the mind, so that they are encouraged. They are having that kind of the confidence in them. They are building that kind of the confidence in them, by which they will be doing exactly what you wanted to see in them. This is very important. And for that, I'm reminded of a Nobel, you can say the person physics ke Nobel Vijeta, Nobel winner of this physics, Richard Feynman, who says that if you can create a questioning mind, jigyasa, some sort of jigyasa in the minds of the students, some kind of the questioning mind in the students, you can understand that you have been very successful. Until unless students are becoming of asking some questions, raising certain kind of the things before you, you cannot understand exactly what they want. So we have to create that kind of you have to encourage the students to that extent, because if they have that encouragement, then they will have a firm resolve to do it. It is very well said, sankalp se siddhi. Sankalp se siddhi. If you have a firm resolve, you will be very successful. But until unless you are resolving it firmly with a determined mind that yes, I want to do it, I'll do it. And if you have that confidence in your mind, that kind of the confidence you have to create. Only the teacher can do that. No politician can do that. No other social worker can do that. No NGO can do that. Only the teacher, because teachers are much more respected by the student. Teachers are much more respected by the society. Teachers are those who are very much accepted by the student, to the extent that whatever the teacher is saying, student is accepting, students are accepting it willfully. And this is the reason we have to think beyond the boundaries. Whatever the traditional things we have thought so far, we have to go beyond that boundary, and thinking beyond that boundary is necessary for a teacher. Then and then he can create such kind of confidence, and by that confidence, we can create such kind of knowledge in the student. It is said in Gita that knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. And the next generation which is coming, only the knowledge will be the important. Knowledge will be the intellect will be very important. Intellect will be very important. Knowledge will be very important. Only the people who having the high knowledge or having the highest excellent knowledge will survive. Those people who don't have the knowledge will not have the power. So knowledge is power, and knowledge is purifier also. It purify you. It purify your heart. It purify your intentions. It purify your image. And this is the reason you have to give this kind of the knowledge to the student. Then and then they will certainly be able to have Satchidanand. कहते हैं ना Satchidanand, Satya Chit plus Anand. Satya Chit plus Anand. You have the truth before you. You have the certain kind of internalization of the truth in yourself, and then you are having the pleasure of doing all this kind of thing. And this is the reason I say that the kind of the thing which is required for a teacher and an organization like your organization, who is doing perfectly, very nicely, doing wonderful things in the interest of the society and the interest of the student, will make a resolve, will take a resolve, will think in this direction that yes, the various problems the students are facing, we will certainly be trying to do away with these all problems. And with this, perhaps, we will be able to see that there is a justice what we are doing. And if you are becoming, you can say, that kind of the person by which we will be in a position to transform all this to the student, then perhaps our goal or the purpose with which we are working in the organization will certainly be complete. And this is why I say thank you very much for your kind of the initiative which you are taking. I very much believe that few questions I have raised before you. Will it be possible for you to solve the problems of the students with the help of your specialized knowledge and skills? Will it be possible for you to divert the attention of the students for the local entrepreneurship? Will it be possible for you to do this kind of things by which you can make your students entrepreneur? Will it be possible for you to do this kind of things by which you will be building capacity building of the student by just making them that they are understanding new and new skills, so that they are becoming very much relevant for the future jobs and trying to change the crisis into the opportunities. With this, I say thank you very much for inviting me. And I hereby inaugurate this seminar and say very much thank you for all of you who have given me an opportunity to just share some of my issues before you, some of my questions before you. So you will be trying to dwell over these questions in time to come. Thank you very much again for just providing me an opportunity. Thank you very much for this.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Professor J.P. Singhal, sir, All India President, Akhil Bharatiya Shikshak Mahasangha. Thank you, sir, for your enlightening speech.
Akhil Bharatiya Rashtriya Shikshak Mahasangha. The full name is Akhil Bharatiya Rashtriya Shikshak Mahasangha. आपने लिख भी रखा है, बिल्कुल सही लिख रखा है. बोल नहीं पा रहे हैं सही, because we are not having the practice of doing all this. Okay? Please continue.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your enlightening speech. Now, I request today's president of today's function, Dr. J.B. Naik, sir. He is director of University Institute for Chemical Technology, Kaviyatri Bahinabai Chaudhary, North Maharashtra University, Jaigaon. He is also Management Council member of the university. I request Dr. J.B. Naik, sir, to deliver his speech.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Sir, okay. आवाज येतो सर तुमचा, प्लीज.
येतोय ना?
नाही सर, प्लीज कंटिन्यू.
Thank you for inviting me for this webinar. Thank you for the organization. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Please continue, sir.
Can you hear?
Yes, sir. We are audible, sir. Please continue, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Vani, sir. Thank you, Bakkar, sir. Thank you, Badgujar, sir, and my friend, Professor Bari, sir, who is also Management Council member of this university. This webinar organized under the AGS of ABRSM is really a good thing for the participants who can gain the knowledge from the experts during these 5 days. So we all know recently respected Professor Singhal sir has highlighted the responsibility of the teacher toward the society and students. We know the basic need is food, clothing and shelter, but being a teacher, we should include education in this list. These needs are the basic that shape our lives. We should not forget that we have a hand in shaping a better generation of young Indians. Teachers can do the things. We can build the society, we can build the nation as well. Social responsibility of teachers is a process whereby the whole community transmits to the next generation appropriatable values, traditions, skills, and cultural norms. Truly inspirational lines of respected Swami Vivekananda is that God gave me God gave me nothing I wanted, but He gave me everything I needed. It's a really good inspirational lines. As a teacher, social responsibility is very important. It is our job to provide a nurturing, welcoming, and safe learning environment for all the students. Since last more than 2 months, all the teachers, they are doing hard work from the home to educate the students through online classes. But I personally feel that our region is mostly covered under a tribal region. In most of the areas, I feel that there is no internet access, so that student cannot get access for learning these things. So we need to think over that also. Being a teacher, it is our responsibility how we can transmit our knowledge to those students they are not able to get online lectures.
Nitin?
I hope this webinar is beneficial to all the participants. My best wishes to all the participants to get some better knowledge about the social responsibility toward the society and students. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your guidance. Now, I am here to propose vote of thanks. I thank Professor J.P. Singhal sir for inaugurating this 5-day webinar. I thank Dr. J.B. Naik sir, who is chief guest of today's function. I also thank Professor Nitin Bari sir, Dr. Avinash Badguzar sir, and all the participants and dignitaries who have joined this 5 days webinar. Now, I proceed to the first session of the webinar. Today, our topic is teacher and social responsibility. In his keynote address also, Professor J.B. Singhal sir has highlighted this area, that is society and teacher. Today we have a distinguished speaker, Professor Suresh Pandey sir. Professor Suresh Pandey sir did his MA from Mumbai University in English literature. He has also completed MSc in spirituality and value education. He is a renowned speaker who has delivered more than 10,000 lectures in India and abroad also. The most important thing about him, he has visited Oxford University, and there he has delivered a lecture on King Lear and Natasamrat, a comparative study. Nata Samrat, all of you know, is a drama in Marathi by Viva Shirvadkar. And in the Marathi Mandal of Oxford University, he has delivered his lecture on King Lear and Nata Samrat, a comparative study. He is also a professional trainer for teachers, doctors, lawyers, industrialists, and officers. In 1998, he was awarded the Best Speaker Award for Maharashtra by JC, which is a very prestigious award given by JC. Then he has written a book, Shabdancha Guhet, in the Caves of Words. This was a series in a newspaper. Every day he gave 2-3 words, and how the words are explained or how the words were used, he demonstrated the use of these words, and he conducted the series for 365 days, that is for the whole year. Now I request Professor Suresh Pandey sir to start his guidance.
Hello, good evening, sir. Good evening, everybody. At the outset, I want to express my deep thanks to President Nitin Bari sir, as well as Vani sir, Badguzar sir, Bakkar sir, and all the concerning people in Mukta. Friends, today our topic is teacher and social responsibilities. When this topic was given, I thought it is not as a part of formality that I should come and I should discuss something fine evening over a cup of tea. What is teacher and what is social responsibility? Friends, let me invest first few minutes about the words which we are talking, because we must know, we must define what we are talking. There are about 30-35 words for the concept of teacher. Teacher with T capital is teacher. Teacher with second T is teacher. Guru is teacher. Master is teacher. Preceptor is teacher. Preacher is teacher. Clergy is teacher. Vicar is teacher. Sermoner is teacher. Instructor is teacher. Reader is a teacher. Lecturer is a teacher. Professor is a teacher. Mentor is a teacher. Counselor is a teacher. In this way, we can give so many words. What exactly do we mean by teacher and social responsibility? Well, I'm not here because being a professor of English, I'm more interested in semantics. But here, let us restrict ourselves only academic teachers. If we write with T capital, then it becomes Jagat Guru. Just like Vivekananda was the world teacher. He was because he addressed Vedanta philosophy to the world people, worldly people. Friends, as in the opening address, very beautiful words were used by Dr. Singhal. He said that teacher belongs to the society and society belongs to the teacher. They are intermingled. We cannot separate ourselves from society. Many more times we find that more burden, more responsibility, more accountability has been placed on the shoulder of teachers. If doctor commits some mistakes, pardonable, offense can be registered. If advocate commits some mistake, okay, people forgive. Merchant traders, people forgive. But if some mistake is committed by teacher, then entire society is disturbed, because teacher is considered to be the central point, pivotal point in the community. And that is why teacher has to be not only a school or college teacher who is imparting the information, but he is playing the role of a leader also, academic leader. That is what I wanted to say. Rightly, if we look into the Oxford Dictionary, if we read various types of dictionary, then there is only word of play. Teacher is a person who teaches. Teacher is a person who imparts the knowledge. Teacher is a person who imparts the information. Well, these are the linguistic games we are aware of. But friends, teacher is a person who can bring about the terminal change, who can bring about the final change in the terminal behavior of the participants, because that is why we are sending our children in the schools and colleges. It is not only for the sake of information, but for change in the attitude, change in the behavior, because such a huge responsibility has been given. So friends, in the light of this particular aspect, today we will discuss our topic, teacher and social responsibility. Well, before we touch the subject, friend, do you know why do we take education? What is the aim of education? Since we are all professors and teachers at university level, we will not go to bookish definitions. What is the purpose? What is the function of education? Well, as I understood, because I have been teaching, imparting information for the last 43 years, being senior person, what I collected, I came to the conclusion that there are three major functions of education. One is cognitive development. Now, when we say cognitive development, it means he should think rationally. Cognitive, it has something to do with our brain activity, neurons. So cognitive development is the basic purpose of education. One. Second one is psychomotor development. We are having ITI. We need good plumbers. We need good carpenters. We need good electricians and a number of trades. So motor development in our body, motor. So psychomotor development is also one of the purposes of education. And the last one is cultural development. So here we connect ourselves with the society, because cognitive development is a technical thing. Psychomotor development is also pertaining to the technicalities of our body and certain set of skills which are required in the society. But when we think about cultural development, then definitely it has got the wide scope to that. We have to break the limited milieu and we have to expand ourselves to the vastness of the subject. Well, in cultural development, of course, all cultures and civilizations are pertaining to the society. So ultimately, we are coming to the society. As rightly it was said by Plato, Socrates, man is the social animal. Yes, social animal. Actually, we are social animal. Teacher is also social animal, but more responsibility is put on the shoulders of the teachers. If something goes wrong, immediately people point out at the teacher. If good things happens, then immediately they also pointing at the teachers. And in our Vedic times, we know that teacher is given a very premium place, very highest place. And that is why we chant Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Para Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. So this Guru stands for teacher. Although I have given 30 words for the teacher, this is not the platform to discuss what is the difference between instructor, teacher, reader, lecturer, professor, counselor, mentor, guru, master. This is not the place. One day we will discuss on our Mukta level. We will come together, we will discuss. But here teacher means a person who brings about change in the attitudes, who brings about change in the behavior of the participants. So this is also very important definition. So friends, what social responsibilities, what social role teacher has to play? Because he has to inculcate the beautiful qualities, good qualities, because today's students will be tomorrow's citizens. So more responsibility is given to the universities and colleges. In the Second World War, during Second World War, when Winston Churchill was, after victory, Winston Churchill was felicitated. Then while giving reply, he said, the credit goes to the Oxford University because Oxford has produced me, Oxford has created me. So there I understood what important role Oxford University is playing, because whatever good happens, the credit goes to our university. And that is why I feel that our role as a teacher is versatile role. It is not only syllabic center that we are completing, we are taking the textbook, we are reading the textbook and we are finishing the portion. That is not our purpose. That is the duty for which we are appointed. It is given that you will have to complete the portion. But here, our N Mukta has taken up this responsibility, all our coordinators, right from Bari sir to all people who are engaged in this activity. Definitely they are having a wider vision that we must bring about a attitudinal change, behavioral change in the candidates. And with this seriousness before our eyes, today we have opened up this topic. So friends, as per cognitive development, psychomotor development, and cultural development, as I have told, these are the three purposes. But cultural development is very wider thing, because right from first standard, those who are understanding Marathi, they know in the first standard or in our senior KG, we learn the poem Baba Black Sheep, or in our Marathi, Yere Yere Pausa. From there we start. And at the end, if you are special Marathi student, you will have to come to the Naneshwari, you will have to come to the Tukaram, you will have to come if you are Hindi, then Dadu or Mirabai. If English literature, you will have to come to Mark Twain, William Shakespeare, Wordsworth, and all that. So journey starts from simple poem and it ends in abstract things like Shakespeare's dramas or Naneshwari, Amrutanubhav, and all these things. So the topic is very vast. So what exactly our role as a teacher for the social development for the student communities particularly? So first thing, nowadays for the last 10 years, a new term has come, soft skills, life skills, people skills. Actually, I'm in that field because I'm moving everywhere in India and I've been giving soft skills everywhere. Well, what is soft skill? Single line. Soft skills are the skills of behavior which society needs. How to greet the people, how to talk, how to disagree gracefully. That is also soft skill. Suppose in this webinar, at the end of my lecture, if there are some question answers, and if somebody doesn't stand, doesn't like my view, then he has every right to raise a question, raise a dispute, raise a controversy, debate with me. But there should be grace in that. This is the purpose of education. And that is why, with this particular purpose, we are here. So, friends, in social responsibility, according to me, the first responsibility is to give the sets of soft skill to the student community, right from 5th standard to PhD level, because soft skills are endless. Every day, our society is dynamic. New skills are coming. New challenges are coming. We are facing the crisis of COVID-19. And against this background, this particular program has come before us. So, how to fight COVID? Although it may be the medical problem, yet as a teacher, we must know what is safe distancing, what is physical distancing, what is social distancing. Every day we are watching on the TV. So that is also part and parcel. That is also social problem. So we have to we have to create awareness in the student community about so many aspects of soft skills. And one more thing, which I appreciate Dr. Singhal, he said that employability skills should be given to the students. Mere a piece of paper cannot qualify the person. Suppose if I go somewhere, I am an MA English, first class from Mumbai Vidyapeeth, give me job. So first of all, they will give me chalk and they will watch my way of teaching, my vocabulary, my sense of humor, how I teach. All these things are mattering. All these things matter. And this comes under the purview of soft skills. So in social responsibility, my dear teachers, my dear learned scholar friends, our duty is to teach the students soft skill. And first of all, we also to become conversant with the soft skill, because till the end of our life, we have to keep learning. On the contrary, I came to know that my real study started after I became MA. Up to MA, I was happy. I am MA first class from Mumbai Vidyapeeth. But after passing my MA, when I was appointed as a lecturer in English, that time I understood, oh, my duty start. Then I have to read the entire 37 plays of Shakespeare. Their real study starts. If you are PhD, then your real study starts after PhD, because for getting the degree we struggle, but after getting the degree, then there is a wider sky of knowledge. And that is why, keeping this thing in mind, we have to equip ourselves as a teacher, and then we have to give our helping hand to the student community. So friends, let us give a bunch of soft skill to the students which are useful for them, how to behave in the society. One. Second important thing, how to get an employment, because employability skills are also very much important. Let me share with you a very important thing, although it may be out of place, but it is required very much since it has got something to do with the society. After becoming the Prime Minister, our Honorable Narendra Ji Modi, Honorable Prime Minister, had been to Gujarat in his constituency, Manipur, Maninagar or Manipur. And when he went over there, an MCOM boy, Gujarati boy came running and said that, Sir, Jai Sri Krishna, મને ઓળખો તમે હું તમારા કોન્સ્ટિટ્યુશનમાં રહું છું તમને વોટ આપું છું સાહેબ તમે હવે પંતપ્રધાન થઈ ગયા હવે હું એમકોમ છું મારા માટે જોબ આપો ડેલિબરેટલી આઈ એમ કોટિંગ ઇન ગુજરાતી સો ઓનરેબલ નરેન્દ્ર મોદીજી આસ્ક યુ ઓકે દીકરા તમે એમકોમ છો પણ એમકોમ છોડીને બીજા સ્કિલ શું તમે જાણો છો કયા સ્કિલ તમને આવે છે સ્કિલ શું છે મારા પાસે સર્ટિફિકેટ છે એમકોમ છું ફર્સ્ટ ક્લાસ છું એવો નહીં દીકરા બીજા સ્કિલ શું તને આવડે છે તને ડ્રાઇવિંગ આવડે છે એ સાહેબ મને નથી આવડતું તને સ્વિમિંગ આવડે છે નથી આવડતું તને સારું અંગ્રેજી સ્પીકિંગ આવડે છે નહીં સાહેબ એવો તો નથી આવડતું તને સારું કમ્યુનિકેશન આવડે છે નથી આવડતું તમારા અંદર સ્ટેજ ડેરિંગ છે તમે સારો લેક્ચર આપો છો નહીં સાહેબ મારે એવો કોઈ સ્કિલ નથી that time Honorable Narendra Modi ji understood this is not the only problem of our Gujarati boy, this is the problem of entire student community all over India. And that is why our Honorable Prime Minister introduced, he brought out with the help of educationalists, the skill enhancement program of Prime Ministership. And for the last 3-4 years, we have been actively working, and you are all aware, Prime Minister said that only degree will not, piece of paper will not qualify the person. He must have those skills which are useful to the society. Friend, this wider aspect we are having, and today's topic is very much important. It is not a lecture for the sake of just saying and sharing something, but enabling our student that he should stand on his own feet. As rightly Swami Vivekananda used to say, man making and nation building education, that is what we want. The same echoes we are finding in the speech of Honorable Narendra Ji Modi. Man making and nation building, standing on our own feet. Degree is there or degree is not there, but we must become very independent, very self-reliant. That is the underlying tone. That is the tone that we have to see. So social responsibility is very large, very huge. 3-4 hours will be required. After my lecture, after my address, there will be various questions also. But friends, understand, this is not the platform for discussion or refuting and suppressing and winning or victory. Our duty is to how to help, how to make our students employable. That is what we are saying. So teacher has to play the role of the social responsibility. Socially, teacher should feel responsible, because so far as a lecturer, I was also under impression completing the portion, giving important tips to the students, making them pass. Our students should pass with the flying colors. Well, that is over. That is the end of the matter. But no, now new challenges are coming. And in that light, today, our organizer has, in this 5-6 days long program, they have taken this particular thing and to find out the actual solution for the students' problem. So all my learned scholar, all my learned professor, all my learned teachers, first of all, let us become well versed in our subject. We are, but training never ends. As Henry Ford used to say, I call that man young who keeps on learning forever, and I call that man old who has stopped learning. So even if at the age of 25 or 30, if you stop learning, you are an old person. And if you are 60 years old and still you are reading, you are a young man. So that particular spirit, that particular thing we have to understand. Social responsibility is very big, and that is why before me 3-4 points are there. Employability skill, behavioral skill. Third thing, he should face the national and international challenges, and social national and international challenges requires communication skill. So again we are coming to the soft skills. That communication skill is important. English language, and because I am professor of English, that is why I am giving emphasis on English. It's not so. English is a window to the world. English is a lingua franca. English is a library language. English is the international language of trade and commerce. And that is why, whether you are MCOM, whether you are MSc, you must be fluent in English, because in order to meet the challenges of the world anywhere in any field, English is must. And that is why this is also social responsibility of the teacher to teach good English to the students, make them aware, make them good scholar. So friends, in this light, I feel if we take up the challenges, then whatever our rishis and munis from the time of the Vedas, they have dreamed. And in the Bhagavad Gita, rightly, it is pointed out, Nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitram ye vidyate, or knowledge is the power. Why knowledge is the power? Because if knowledgeable person stand, because our knowledge is the universal coin. If I carry my Indian currency is invalid in America or England, because they will require their American dollar. In England, they will require their pound. But if I have a sound knowledge, a sound personality, sound ethics, as our religion, religion demands that man must be moral, man must be ethical. This is also part of social responsibility, that we must make our student ethically strong, intellectually perfect, communication point of view accurate, and argumentative point of view precise. Then and then only the perfect human being, a perfect student will come out, and they will be able to meet the challenges. The challenges may be in the field of education, the challenges may be in the field of employment, the challenges may be in the field of politics, anywhere. But these are the basic skill sets that we require, and it is our duty to impart these beautiful skills to the student. First of all, we have to gird up our loins, we have to learn the social skills, soft skills, and then we have to impart to the student, so that the dream of our ancestor, the dream of Vivekananda, the dream of Shivaji, the dream of all the great visionary leaders which they saw, that India was having Sone ki Chidiya, our golden India, that will come. And so I feel that we are not restricting this topic particularly to only restriction of finishing our lecture within 30-40 minutes. But my dear scholar friends, we have to break up the walls, we have to come out of our narrow walls, and then we have to accept the challenges, and we have to see that our student becomes capable, able, ready to face any kind of challenges. That is what I wanted to say. I think these are some of the inputs which I wanted to share with you. If we have some queries, then we will discuss.
Krishna. What is the
If you have some queries, sir, then we will discuss. अच्छा. नाही तर मला इथे कोणी दिसत नाही ना. नाही पण कुणी हँड रेस केला काय प्रश्न त्यांना. हँड रेस केला की मला Yes, any query, any questions, my dear friends? मी बोलताना दिसतो नाही का त्यांना? इथे मी दिसत नव्हतो स्वतःला. बाकीच्यांना दिसतंय ना. Two parties.
ठीक आहे बोला. चला बोला म्हणा. बोलता येते. हाँ डॉक्टर चोबर बोलता है.
हाँ सर.
Mr. Dr. Chobar,
Yes sir.
please
Yes,
talk
sir.
your question. Dr. Chobdar sir, raise your question please. Dr. Chobdar.
Yes, sir.
Ah, yes sir. Audible. भटकर जाऊन भटकर जाऊन ते अन्य होते. माझ्याकडे आहे वरचं. अनम्यूट होते. भटकर सर हाँ इधर अनम्यूट होत नाही चोपदार सरांना. डॉक्टर चोपदार CHOBDAR हाँ हँड रेज केला त्यांनी. ते पण त्यांना प्रश्न विचारायचा आहे. हाँ सुरू झालंय. डॉक्टर सिद्धार्थ पाटील म्हणून पण आहे.
Hello.
Yes sir.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Siddharth Patil sir, you can ask your question.
Yes, sir. I was eagerly waiting for your response.
Yes. Continue, sir. Continue, please.
Sir, I just want to know
Yes.
that nowadays everybody is speaking about digitalization of education, and you also emphasis on that point. Because of corona virus, today we are also moving forward to seek new opportunities and teach our students through in mode of education. My question is to you, sir, that the developed countries like we can say America or any kind of developed countries, they have at least they have not accepted totally online mode of education. They have still professors and educators. They have still teachers at their classrooms.
Oh yes.
They have not totally made their education digitalized.
Yeah.
So I just want to know, though we are a backward community, or though we can say that we are a developing country, why there is such a stress on this online mode of education? I want to say that today, if I'm sitting at my home today, and I'm listening to you, I'm listening to your lecture, I'm listening to my teacher, and suppose there are some problems at my home. Suppose my parent, if I am a student, there are my parents, my surrounding environment is not that much good. So how can I develop myself through online mode of education? If I'm a student, and if I'm a teacher today, if I'm a lecturer, and I'm at my home with my all family, and I can't get my privacy at home, so how can this webinar would help me? So that is my question. Though online mode of education is nice through this COVID-19, so how can we develop ourselves throughout all these problems?
No, sir. Actually, I am also used to address the people face to face because I am not a computer savvy. But the difficulty is such, hundreds of people cannot come together a friend like you cannot come together and discuss. That is why, as a part of difficulty, we have used this. I am not in favor of webinar, that there should be throughout virtual classroom in India. Actually, face-to-face classroom is always better.
Yes.
Always better. Always better. If there is emergency, that time just now there is an emergency. If there is no webinar, then today I would not have known you as a Siddhartha Patil sir. But it's good
Yes, sir. Yeah.
webinar. I came to know that there is a gentleman called Siddhartha Patil. So it's not hard and fast, sir. It's not hard and fast.
Okay. 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 Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Mr. Siddharth Patil sir, please kindly
Yeah.
talk to Pandey sir.
Yes. 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 I'm speaking.
Please talk to sir.
Siddharth Patil sir, you have completed your question. Please mute yourself.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Now, participant, please ask. Please raise your hand for question answer session. Vani sir, I am reading chart. If there any question in chart, I will ask directly.
You can ask your questions.
All participants are requested to please raise your hand for question answer session. You can ask the question to directly our resource person.
You can ask questions in Hindi also.
Subhash Iyer sir.
Subhash Iyer sir, you are unmuted now. Please ask your question.
Yes.
Iyer sir, please talk.
Yes, I'm speaking, sir. I have one question. Today we see there is a less salary for teacher. Is there a effect on their teaching by the salary? Contract basis, less salary. Yes, please.
Iyer sir, please talk your question sir. Please unmute first sir. Okay. Thank you sir. Yes sir, we are audible sir. Please talk your question.
Today's day we see there are contract basis of education system. There are many effects on their teaching. Is that correct?
निकाल दो तैयार है का तुझ्यासाठी सगळं आहे
Chandu Patil sir, you can ask your question. You are unmuted now. Chandu Patil sir, please continue.
सर मेरा एक क्वेश्चन था सर को हिंदी भी आती मराठी भी आती
हाँ बताइए
हाँ हाँ तो सर ये आपने जो बात बताई सर जो कि माननीय पंतप्रधान जी ने बोला है कि एक लेक्चरर को अगर स्किल नहीं आता हो तो कुछ काम का नहीं है लेकिन ज्यादातर अभी देखने को मिलता है जो भी नई अपॉइंटमेंट होती है असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर की उसमें तो गाइडलाइन दी है कि उसने इतने सेमिनार अटेंड किया है उनकी मार्किंग जो है ज्यादातर तो 60 से 70 मार्क्स तो उस पे दिए हैं तो एक प्रकार से ये कॉन्ट्रास्ट नहीं लग रहा कि सर
नहीं सर मैंने ऐसा नहीं बोला कि जिसको सॉफ्ट स्किल नहीं आता वो टीचर काम का नहीं ऐसा मैंने बोला नहीं शायद आपने बराबर नहीं सुना मैंने मेरी तरफ से ये बोला कि पुराने जमाने में पोर्शन कंप्लीट करना ये टीचर का काम था लेकिन अभी आने वाले दिनों में सिर्फ पोर्शन ही पूरा करना नहीं तो अपने बच्चों को एम्प्लॉयमेंट कैसी मिलेगी कोई भी क्षेत्र में बच्चा गया तो उसको सॉफ्ट स्किल आनी चाहिए स्पोकन इंग्लिश आना चाहिए एटिकेट्स मैनर्स आनी चाहिए ये बात मैंने अपने मन से कही
यानी आप अथेंटिकली नहीं की
नहीं पंतप्रधान साहब को कोई संबंध नहीं मुझे ऐसा लगता है
वही मेरा कहने का कि एक तरफ अपन ठीक है थैंक यू सर
प्लीज म्यूट योरसेल्फ चंदू पाटिल सर थैंक यू प्लीज म्यूट योरसेल्फ नाउ अविनाश पाटिल सर यू कैन आस्क योर क्वेश्चन अविनाश पाटिल सर हेलो
यस बोला
हाँ प्लीज आस्क
बोला अविनाश पाटिल सर बोला
हाँ एक सेकंड हाँ अविनाश पाटिल हाँ प्लीज
हाँ सर एक जनरली प्राध्यापकांच्या पगारावर सर सगळीकडे चर्चा होत असते म्हणजे ज्याला फारसं काय कळत नाही तो सुद्धा पगारावर बोलतो प्राध्यापकांच्या तर थोडंसं हे वाईट वाटतं थोडं सगळे शिक्षक असं काय नाही आहेत किंवा काही जण मनापासून काम करत असतात मग ह्या गोष्टीवर सर आपलं काय सल्ला असेल किंवा सर आपण काय सांगणार थोडंसं मला मार्गदर्शन हवं होतं सर
नाही सर कसं आहे आता कोणत्या फ्रेम ऑफ माइंडने प्रश्न विचारला त्याला तसं उत्तर देता येईल पण जनरली त्यांना उत्तर द्या किंवा एखादी पेटी एखाद्या कुलीने आपल्या डोक्यावर घेतली आणि प्लॅटफॉर्मवरनं तिकडे पोहोचवली तर तो 40-50 रुपये घेतो तो असं म्हणणार नाही की मला 5,000 रुपये द्या कारण ते सोसायटीलाही मान्य नाही पण आपल्या आयुष्यामध्ये 20 वर्ष खूप अभ्यास करून घालवले सेटनेटची परीक्षा दिली त्याच्यासाठी ही वॉज बर्निंग द मिडनाईट लॅम्प प्राध्यापकांचा फार मोठा तप असतंय आणि त्या तपापोटी मग त्यांना लाख रुपये मिळतात तर त्याच्या पाठीमागे खूप मोठा अभ्यास आहे असं आपण आर्ग्युमेंट केलं पाहिजे
ओके सर थँक्यू सर मला उत्तर थोडंसं सुचत नव्हतं ओके सर थँक्यू सर धन्यवाद
अविनाश पाटील सर प्लीज म्यूट योरसेल्फ
ओके थँक्यू सर ओके हां म्यूट आय विल म्यूट सर
नाउ आय रिक्वेस्ट प्रोफेसर बारी सर टू प्लीज से समथिंग यू कैन म्यूट योरसेल्फ सर बिकॉज यू आर को-होस्ट नाउ
मी काढू का सर? मैं
हो, अनम्यूट करा बारी सर.
मी हे काढून घेऊ मग. मी फ्री हो का सर?
एक सेकंड, बारी सर काय म्हणताय?
मी फ्री हो का?
ओके सर.
On behalf of Yanmukta, I thank all the participants who gathered for this webinar. More than 800 participants are there, and I request all the participants to continue in this webinar for remaining 4 days. We try our level best to call eminent speakers from different fields. Tomorrow, we will have with us Dr. Prashant Kodgire from IIT Indore. He is a scientist and a very good research fellow. I request all the participants to continue the session tomorrow. Here, I request Professor Wardekar for vote of thanks. Professor Wardekar. तो अरे कुठे गेला?
Professor Wardekar sir, you are unmuted now. Please do the vote of roll.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dear participants, since more than an hour, we have been listening to the discussion on teacher and social responsibility by Professor Suresh Pandey sir. I thank sir for his enlightening speech on teacher and his social responsibility. I also thank the organizer, Professor Nitin Bari sir, Chandrasekhar Vani sir, organizing secretary A.Y. Badgujar sir, and Dinesh Bhakkad sir. I also thank all the participants. What I have been told just that there are more than 1,000 participants. I thank all of you for your involvement, for your participation in this webinar. Thank you, dear friends. Thank you very much.
With the permission of our president, Professor Nitin Bari sir, I am now closing this meeting.
Yes, sir.
Signing off, Dr. Dinesh Bhakkad.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.